Hey everybody, Lady Cheryl here. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new, I hope you'll like and learn something in this video and that you will subscribe and turn on the notification button so that you will know when my videos first come out. In this video, I'm going to share with you how my garden did when the temperature dropped down to 30 degrees. Today is December 9th. It is currently 64 degrees. It's a little windy, so it feels as if it's a little cooler, but it'll be the first time that I take off the frost cloths off of my garden beds and my green stalks, and I want to show you how they did. I'm going to remove this one first, and I'll be back. Let me set up my tripod. Can you believe it's going to be 70 degrees in 2 days? And from now until Christmas, the extended forecast has predicted that we will have temperatures in the 60s during the day, and then the 40s early in the morning for just a few hours. So I don't know what these beds look like because I haven't taken the covers off since I put them on. Because you know when the temperatures drop down low, you don't need to water your garden that much. So you're going to be seeing the beds at the same time that I see them for the first time. Most of the winter crops that I'm growing can handle a 30-degree temperature, but you never know if it's going to get colder than the forecast, and you never know how long it's going to stay cold. I've been gardening for over 40 years. And in Mesquite, Texas for over 35 years. And you just never know. We have crazy weather in Texas, so you have to be careful and take precautions. Okay. I see some green. I think it's going to be beautiful. Yes. Looking good. Looking excellent. Let me turn the camera around. Okay guys, if Bria is out here now, she's filming for me, so I want to get a little close up and show you all the cabbages are forming. They're looking really good. Collards were bent over a little bit because of the frost cloth. I did something that I encourage you all to do, especially if you're a senior citizen. Work smart. So I just clipped, you got it right here, baby? I clipped the frost cloth right onto the edge over there as well. So all I have to do is just come out here and spread it over when the temperature is going to drop down to freezing in January. I'm going to do the same thing for this garden bed over here. My granddaughter Bria is videotaping for me. You can say hi.
Hi.
And I'm just going to take these clips off around the front and across the top and let you see firsthand what the beds look like, and they are looking great. You got that, Bria?
Yes.
And so all I'm going to do is just like I did over here, I'm going to clip everything to the side. That way I won't have to do a lot of work when the weatherman tells us we're going to get a freezing temperature. I'm just going to pin everything to the sides right over here. Let's move that back. Onions and marigolds are looking good. Got a few little mushrooms down here. That just indicates you got healthy soil. Here, clipped it down on that end for me. I clipped this over here, and everything in this bed could handle a 30-degree temperature, except for the marigold. So we lost some, but we're glad we got this one still going right here. And this is what I was concerned about, these little small collards that I had transplanted a couple of days before we got that freezing temperature. So now I'm going to take off the covers to the green stalks. You want to get the whole green stalks leaf, Bria, not just the top. The little plastic cover, because we don't need it to be 80 degrees up under here. They look absolutely fabulous. All of these trays. And now I'm going to get this one here, looking wonderful. Really nice. So they haven't been watered in a week, so we're going to water everything really, really good. Some collard greens that did good, they weren't covered at all. More collard greens right here that weren't covered at all. Lost some of the collard greens in this container, but not bad. They were just extras that I planted. I harvested and dehydrated a lot of sage and rosemary, but you see we still got a whole lot of it left that wasn't affected by the weather. So I'm going to get some more of that over the next 2 weeks. Yeah, but everything's looking real good. I'm going to leave the strawberries covered up until tomorrow, because you know I got to work smart, not hard. I don't want to overdo it, and I'm going to water everything that I have uncovered. I started getting a little fatigued, and I know it's because I had a dialysis treatment today, and so I went inside to get a little rest. After I went inside, had me a cup of hibiscus tea, I got a little more energy. I decided to come out and water my strawberries because they're in small containers and I know they really need it. Let me show you. Now they can take a low temperature, but a lot of them are new because I propagated them. They are all watered in. And in my last video, I told you that Chandler strawberries, the reason why I like them, because they're nice and sweet and juicy, but because they can take a temperature down to 10 degrees if they're established. A lot of these are new. If you're new here, let me show you how I propagate them. You see this runner right here? Here's the crown trying to develop right there. I just move the soil back a little bit, stick it in there, cover it up, and in 2 weeks' time, it'll be rooted enough for me to stick them in one of these pots. All I have to do is just separate it from the mother plant, just cut that stem off, and find a spot to plant the little baby plant. Now, up under here, because I know I have a lot of new gardeners, up under these Keter baskets that I took the legs off of are daffodil and tulip bulbs. Actually, I have them in 3 containers. I have some in this container as well, and they'll come back in the spring. Here's a couple pictures of those daffodils that'll come back in the spring. And I also have some tulips. I couldn't find too many pictures of the tulips, but they're real pretty, and I'll be sharing them with you soon. Thank you for watching. You know I love you, and God loves you too. Bye now.